You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, welcome back to the channel, it's JP here. Now in today's video I'm going to be discussing the Kilmarnock Rangers game from Sunday. I'm just going to get straight into this video, guys. So yeah, obviously that's me home now, no sign of the car, better atmosphere for me. I've got my notes here, so this hopefully going to be a better video than the other ones, probably a lot more in depth as well. Yeah, Kilmarnock 1, Rangers 2 if you didn't know the score. If you didn't see my previous video, I did a prediction video and I got the score absolutely spot on. Now normally I'd be happy about that. I didn't feel any delight in saying that I got it right because I knew it was going to be a tight affair. And I was kind of hoping that was wrong. I was hoping we would just kind of run over the top of them. But that's not the case. It was very similar to other Kilmarnock games, particularly at Rugby Park from last season. I'll just get straight in and I'll talk about kind of individual goals and I'll talk about what happened out within the match. So first half I actually thought we played really, really well. First 10 minutes I kind of felt like we were just kind of feeling each other out, seeing how we were playing. But then after that I felt we took control. We got a corner in the 16th minute. Tav swung it in and Big Katic got his head to it. Forced the keeper in a real good save. Fell down to Arfield. Now at first I thought he just bundled it over the line. That's not the case at all. He actually took a touch and lifted it over the defender. Real good finish if you ask me, and it was 1-0. So yeah, we went 1-0 up and we controlled the game from there on in. Thought Morelos was very lively. He gave Findlay and Broadfoot so many problems at the back, but the thing that annoyed me was the referee. We all know who I'm talking about here. He's just a terrible referee. I didn't even need to mention his name, but he fell for every one of their tricks, which really frustrated me. There was a bit where Kirk Broadfoot had Morelos' shot, threw him to the ground, nothing given, and then a wee while later, I think it was Tav, caught someone on the break and just kind of grabbed her shoulder and they threw themselves down and Tav was booked for it. I didn't understand why. One's a booking and one isn't. Either be consistent and book both players or didn't book any of them, because for me the first one on Broadfoot on Morelos was definitely a booking. Colin was, sorry I wasn't going to say his name, Wally Collin was obviously the referee, and he was very inconsistent throughout the game, particularly towards the end of the game, which we'll talk about a wee bit later. And that was really the first half in a nutshell. We'd done well in most phases of play, really. I mean, we went forward well, contained very little Kilmarnock threat in the first half. I can't really think of any shots really that we had trouble with. Katic and Goal-dson at the back were superb, I thought. Tav was fairly quiet in the first half, I would say. And yeah, that was pretty much the first half. We went in 1-0 and we seemed to me like we were controlling the game. So we came into the second half and it was more the same for the first maybe 15, possibly even 20 minutes. But then Rangers kind of did what they did. I was going to say well. I suppose they did it well last season, where they kind of just drifted off a little bit and they were too comfortable in the ball, if you know what I mean. They had possession of the ball for a long time, long periods of the game, but they didn't really do anything with it. There was no penetration from any of our players. I thought Ojo was a bystander in that game. I thought he's had a real good pre-season and I was expecting more from him, if I'm honest. But he just didn't get into the game as much as I expected. Aribo did in the later stage of the game, which I'll talk about later. But we didn't really push enough, and I felt the goal was coming from Kilmarnock. We've seen it so many times in the past, particularly last season, and especially against Kilmarnock. I felt in the game where I think it was it 1-1? I'm trying to remember here offhand. There was a number of games actually last season we were 1-0 up, and I think one of them was actually Hibs at home, and we controlled the game, but you could just sense in the last 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, that a goal was coming. And that's exactly what happened. They got a free kick with 7 minutes to go, but midway in our half, I didn't even think it was a free kick, if I'm honest. But the free kick was sailed in, it went over everyone's head. It reminded me kind of the Tavernier goal against Celtic, where he just kind of sailed it over everyone. Fell at the back post, nobody was marking Stephen O'Donnell. I think Morelos was closest to him. He turned around and looked at him, didn't he react to it, if I'm honest. I don't think he had enough time to get back, but no one was marking him. And it was a real good finish, actually, O'Donnell. Put it back past Forringham. And Forringham couldn't really do much about it. So that was 1-1 with 7 minutes to go, and you just kind of thought, oh no, no again. And that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh no, this is going to happen again. Like I did against Hibs a couple of times last season. Like it happened against Kilmarnock. Like it happened against Aberdeen. But it didn't. We kind of picked ourselves off the canvas. Ryan Jack was driving forward. Tav started to pick up and play well and move forward. Aribo created a number of chances for himself. As I say, Morelos throughout the game, I think his movement, I think he bullied their players, kept his temperament as well, which was good. And we eventually found a way back into the game, albeit it was in the last minute. We got a corner through Aribo again, pushing for that goal, forced a save. Corner swung in from Tav and Goal-dson. And a lot of people describe a header in the air as like majestically leaping like a salmon kind of thing. I didn't think Morelos did that. Goal-dson. I'm going to use the term juggernaut. I thought he was absolutely just so powerful in the air. He wanted it more than any other player in the box, and we managed to bullet a header home with about a minute to go, 3 minutes to go. Which actually lifted the roof off not only the Rugby Park stadium but the disabled section as well, which we'll talk about as well. So we got the win in the end. So we got that winner very late on, but there was still like 2-3 minutes to go, so we chucked on Edmondson just to kind of strengthen at the back there. Katic and Goal-dson and Edmondson as well were superb at the back. As obviously Kilmarnock tried to come back into the game at that point, and we just held it for the 3 points. And obviously there was a lot of scenes, ugly scenes if you like, when we scored the goal. People spilled out onto the pitch, and a lot of people ran across the top of the disabled area. That caused the roof to collapse. I don't think they did it in any intent of causing damage. I think excitement got the better of them. I've seen things like calling us animals and stuff like that because we jumped about it and all that kind of stuff. I didn't think it was any malice in what we done. Just the emotion of getting that last minute goal, the fans ran on, and unfortunately it collapsed under the weight of only 2 or 3 supporters. I don't think it was a strong structure at all. If we get fined for that, so be it. I can completely understand that. I don't like to see fans run onto the pitch, but it was an emotional time really, because if we had lost that game or even drawn it, I think it would have been very, very damaging to our season, although it's only the first game. Starting with a draw would have been really poor from us in terms of trying to get this 55. We started with a draw last season and it ended up costing us, because in the end there was obviously just too many points dropped, and starting off with a draw wasn't the best. So getting that 3 points is absolutely vital for us, I think, and it gets us a winning start. We needed that. Had we dropped points today, we would have been 2-3 points behind Celtic already, and that's not what we want to do. So I'm just delighted. Man of the match for me, over the whole match I thought probably Ryan Jack and maybe even Morelos, but I'm going to go for the man of the match. In the last 7 minutes I thought Goal-dson was absolutely superb in taking charge, not only getting a goal but defending at the end as well. I thought it was absolutely superb, so I'm going to give it to Goal-dson just based on that last kind of 10 minutes when we really needed someone to kind of lift us. Tav as well, I thought he was screaming in people's faces and lifting us as a captain should do. I've never seen that as much as I like Wallace. I never seen that from Wallace, even when we were behind in games, and Tav seemed to have that about him this time, which is massive, massive difference from last season, where I felt when we conceded late goals, the heads went down and we didn't really recover from it. And the main point is, I think that was a game that last year we would have lost or drawn, and that's a massive, massive difference to us. So that's the video pretty much done, guys. I don't want to keep talking and talking. I feel like I can talk about this game all day, but that's it over with. We move on. Difficult performance, but we managed to get the points, and I'm happy with the points. We move on to Thursday night now, and I'll see you in the next video. If you've not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We're almost hitting that 150 that I'm aiming for, which is the next milestone. And thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.